Good day everyone, my name is Leah Timothy Falcon and today I am going to discuss about inventory management. So what is inventory management? The objective in managing inventory is to convert it as quickly as possible to cash without losing sales due to stock outs. So therefore, the financial manager plays a crucial role in overseeing that the firm maintains an appropriate quantity of inventory, not too much and not too little, because maintaining too much inventory implies that the firm incurs more cost associated with carrying these inventories. However, carrying too little inventory quantities might lead to possible stockouts that could further lead to lost sales and worse, lost customers. In manufacturing company, there are three types of inventory. The first one is the raw materials. Second is the work in process. And the third one is the finished goods. Raw materials. These are the purchased materials not yet put into production. Or in other term, these are the unprocessed materials used to produce a good. For example of this raw material is the aluminum or steel. It is used to make or manufacture a car. Work in process. These are the goods and labor put into production but not finished. Assembling cars is example of work in process. Finished goods. These are the goods put into production and finished. These are ready to be sold. This is the last stage for processing of goods. The goods are ready to be consumed or distributed. For example of the finished goods are cars held by retailers or the cars are being sold. One of the most common technique in inventory is the ABC inventory system or also known as ABC inventory analysis. So what is ABC inventory analysis mean? ABC stands for Always Better Control Analysis. Is one of the most commonly used inventory management methods. ABC analysis groups items into three categories: A, B, and C based on their level of value within the business. So classifying inventory with ABC analysis helps business prioritize their inventory, optimize operations, and take clear decisions. Coming up, we'll explore ABC analysis in depth, explain how to use it, and help you decide if it's right for your business. As the name implies, ABC analysis sorts inventory into three buckets. A are the high valued items which should be safeguarded the most. B, on the other hand, are the average cost items that should be safeguarded more than the C items, but not as much as A items, while C items have a low cost and is the least safeguarded. Accounts receivable management. It represents an asset of the entity that expected to be collected and those converted to cash. A firm would generally want to collect its receivable as quickly as possible without losing customers due to imposing very tight collection procedures. This account receivable management also practices would form into three parts: credit selection, credit terms, and credit monitoring. One of the most popular credit selection technique is the use of 5C'S of credit. So what are the 5C'S of credit? The 5C'S of credit is a system used by lenders to gauge the credit worthiness of a potential borrowers. The 5C'S of credit are the character, capacity, capital, collateral, and conditions. Number 1, character. Character refers to a credit history. The applicant's records of the meeting its past obligation has judged. This include your educational history, business background, and personal credit history. It also include any references or other information about financial situation. However, if the applicant does not have any credit history, he or she may be required to have a co-maker. So what is co-maker? A co-maker is another person who signs the loan and assumes equal responsibility for repayment. 2. Capacity. This emphasizes the customer's ability to repay its obligations in reference to its current financial position or standing. So, this capacity measures the borrower's ability to repay a loan by comparing an income against recurring debts and assessing the borrower debt to income or DTI ratio. So, you can improve your capacity by increasing your salary or wages or decreasing debt. The lender may want to ensure that your job security is stable and your pay will continue to be consistent. Also, securing more stable income may improve your capacity. Number 3 is capital. The applicant's net worth, which can be arrived at by deducting total liabilities from total assets. So, lenders also consider any capital the borrowers put toward a potential investment. A large capital contribution by a borrower decreases the chance of default. So, borrowers who can put a down payment on a home, for example, typically find it easier to receive a mortgage. Number 4 is collateral. Collateral is the amount of assets the customer has that could serve as a security in the event that the obligation is not paid. So, this collateral can help a borrower secure loans. It gives the lenders the assurance that if the borrower defaults on the loan, the lenders can get something back by reposing collateral. The collateral is often the object one is borrowing the money for. For example, auto loans, for instance, are secured by cars, and mortgage are secured by homes. Number 5 is condition. This includes current economic and industry conditions that might affect the customer's ability to repay its obligations. Lenders look at the general conditions relating to the loan. This may include the length of time an applicant has been employed at their current job, how their industry is performing, and future job stability. The conditions of the loan, such as the interest rate and amount of principal, influence the lender's desire to finance the borrower. Conditions can refer to how a borrower intended to use the money. So, lenders may also consider the conditions that are outside of borrower's control, such as the state of economy, industry trends, or pending legislative changes. For companies trying to secure a loan, these uncontrollable conditions may a prospects of key suppliers or customers' financial security in the coming years. So the use of 5C'S of credit is very important, and it will allow the firm to carefully assess the customer's ability to repay its obligations along with the level of risk that the firm will be subjected to once it decides to grant credit to the customer. It requires experience to fully and review the creditworthiness of customers and subsequently decide. So another use in granting credit to customer is through credit scoring. So this credit scoring applies statistically derived weights to a credit applicant's scores on key financial and credit characteristics to predict whether he or she will pay the requested credit on time. In this procedure, a credit score obtained that reflects the customer's creditworthiness, reflecting its overall credit strength. The score obtained has compared to a predetermined standard in order to arrive at a decision of whether accepting or rejecting the customer's credit. This method is an inexpensive way to obtain credit ratings for customers. And that's all for my report. And thank you everyone for listening. And I hope that you learned something about it. And God bless us all.